A better survival guide for Unturned. Welcome, welcome, comrades to Mother Russia. Yeah, nice accent, right? Pursuit here, playing some Unturned, and yes, I'm giving this another go. I am playing in Unturned version 3 point something something something. I don't know. This is one right after they made Russia, though. There's been a couple of updates since then. I'm running around as a police officer because he's got some good gear here for storage, and I actually think I know where I am because I have played on this map before. But last time I played, I didn't do all that great. It'd been a while since I played. There was a few updates that had changed, and I got about 11 episodes in Washington, which, I think was still entertaining and fun to play. But I'm going to try to do a little bit better this time and actually survive. We're dealing with skills now. We're in Russia. You got your skills here set up. I'm probably going to be focusing mainly on exercise because that's the one I get to keep if I die, but I hope not to die at all. We'll have to see, though. Inventory crafting. Crafting is going to be interesting to do. I'm going to try and stay mobile, but possibly build a little bit of a base. But join along, and let's see how this goes. I feel like I know a lot more about the game than I used to, so hopefully I've done pretty good surviving. Hopefully I can keep that up. So we got a zombie over there who's one of the runners. I don't have a weapon. I don't like to fight those guys unless I have some kind of gun, ranged weapon. So we're going to avoid him for a moment. See what else we can find around here. I would love to be able to find a crossbow. He's not going to notice us from very far away. This game... Aha! So this thing only has one bolt in it right now, though. So... not going to be that great. Let's see if I can find one more. We could get a second bolt out of it. He should only take one hit to take down. But I'm trying to be a little cautious here in the first place, so we don't have to deal with dying anyways. We might have to run here for somebody starts chasing us, but farm's actually a pretty good place to start out at. Anybody else? There's not even anybody else around, so if we take him on, I shouldn't have any problems taking him out. If somebody else spawns in on us, we're in trouble, but... Yep, that wasn't hard at all. Didn't want to take him on by hand, though. And he gives us a carrot seed. So we're going to pay attention to our food and our water, which is down there in the bottom left. Our wellness also. Stamina and oxygen, which is used for when you're aiming also. If you hold and you... not that one. If you hold... You actually don't get to aim with this one doing it. But when you have a scope on there, we'll see a little different. And the health, of course, on top. Let's see what else we can find in here. I hope there's nobody else in here. Let's try and stay crouched a little bit. So all the stuff we get, pretty safe right here. Let's go ahead and shred this stuff that I know is not any good. So this one right here, if we right-click on it, we can do salvage. Toss it and tear it into some cloth. We can make a rag, because a rag is going to be very important to have. Let's go ahead and bring this down here. I've not reloaded my crossbow, which is terrible, and it's easy to do. But let's go ahead and hotkey this one with a 3. I right-click on it and hit 3. Now if I need to get to it really fast because I get injured, start bleeding, then I've got it right there available. We'll go back to 1 on this. And this is not going to be better. See, right now I've got the police top that has 6 times 3, which is 18. This one will have, 1 less row. So let's stick with the police top, which is a very good one. And we'll salvage this and make 1 more rag, because I do not want to bleed to death. Let's reload this. Oh, we got a crawler. Crawlers usually take 2 hits. So if he notices this, I'm just going to leave. Let me see if I can grab a couple things here, though. Let's see if we can find anything else in here, and then we'll come back up for that stuff. I'm hoping for at least 1 more. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. So that should be enough to kill him. So let's come back. We can get his attention, actually. Okay, that's good. He's coming down to get us. Which I am fine with. Come on out, buddy. He's the only one that sees us right now, so we shouldn't have any problems. Reload our second one. Did not get him, so we can go back for one of our other bolts. Though. Apparently you guys are going to be annoying to us, huh? We can handle them, though. Come on. Come on. You can do it. Okay, let's just... Oh, really? You guys are going to try and cheat me? I think this front guy is the guy I've been shooting at already. Okay, so we're good there. Let's just get his attention down here, and we'll cut around him. Yeah, let's get that in a minute. Okay, he's out. So 3 shots on that. It usually takes at least 2. I haven't seen anything that takes less than 2 that's fairly common. So we got those guys out of the way. Not too bad. Let's go see if we can loot the stuff that's up on top of the building here again. Okay, gotta be careful when you're running, because they do notice you quicker when you're running. They notice you. You can go down and do prone, which they hardly ever notice you, as such. We can go up to a regular stance, which is, I forget which I'm getting because I use, so X is the regular stance. I'll use my shortcut on my mouse key for it. Z is to go prone, and you hit it again to go up normal. And you hold shift to sprint. So when you're sprinting, though, they're going to notice you a lot faster. So you have to be a little careful, but they don't really notice you all that much. Let's just salvage. I doubt I will need the wood for this, but let's go ahead and do it. And we've got a pitchfork here, which is an okay melee weapon to start with. But we're probably going to just use... I see that guy out there. We're probably just going to use our crossbow on this guy, because those crawlers are stronger and they tend to make you bleed a lot. So let's just keep using our crossbow. We got the ammo for it. Just run past him. He's not very good at catching you. Okay, these do break, and I think I already had one break, because I don't see one over here. Yeah, so... Got one left. The other one must have gotten too much damaged, so it broke. Let's go ahead and salvage these, though, because we could always use some more cloth. And we don't really need those. Those pants aren't any better than what I had. There's a guy out here in the field who we should be able to take on with a pitchfork. So we'll just let him get nice and close. Oh, he really wants to get me. Oh. Apparently I'm low on stamina. That was my mistake. Stamina was low, that's why he got me. I was not paying attention to it, but we didn't bleed. We got a little bit of health loss and a little bit of wellness loss, but nothing terrible. We'll be just fine. So I don't see anything else around here. One of these guys dropped a crossbow. Let's go ahead. Oh, my crossbow's also busted. That's why it's not working as well, too. So let's go ahead and salvage this one, though. Give us a little bit of metal. Actually, good fair amount of metal. And we've got one more arrow there waiting for us. So let's go. I know this location, because actually this game always seems to start me at the same place. We're actually in the southeast corner of the map. The game starts you somewhere along the south border. Okay. What do I want to spend some skill points here. What do I have? 15? Okay. There's a few different things you could spend it on to start with. One of them that's good to start with is survival, which makes you use less food and water. I typically prefer, and as you just saw, use less stamina and move faster. Quicker stamina and oxygen regeneration. So if I use less stamina, we shouldn't have as many problems. So I'm actually going to spend that one first, because I'll be able to run a little bit longer, and I'll also be able to get a couple more hits in here before I run out. So that will be a little bit better off. That long hit is a right click. The short one is a left click, which is a lot faster, but not going to do as much damage. And it's roughly pretty close to twice as much damage. I've noticed it tends to be just a little bit less than twice as much. So it's really not that much better. If you do the quick ones, you're less likely to get them You can stun them and not have to deal with it. And I was calling that wellness down the bottom because I'm used to playing in 7 Days to Die, that green bar. I call it wellness, which is basically the same as wellness in 7 Days to Die for those of you who have played. But I think it's called your immunity and vitality. Yeah. So it's based on your immunity here. If it drops down too far, you will start to just die uncontrollably. So if it drops down to like 50, you're going to start hating it. There are ways we can return it to normal. I like to, just to make sure these guys can't get me, I like to get a distance from them. Again, I get a nice hit when they start moving. And then you can also see what they drop. Really don't need this. 12 for this wheat. I'm just going to, I could either cook that or turn it into a seed. We're just going to stick with what it's at right now because I don't need the space. I might have to do something with it pretty soon though. As soon as they start moving, I click. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. I'm used to having a little more endurance, so I'm not playing as well as I should. You can also shift run backwards. So I am hurting a little bit here. I need to pay attention. We can use a little bit of this to heal up. There's also other things you can use to heal up. I'm not doing very good here, so I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's make another rag. One more rag. Now each of these does, I think it's like 10 points. So if we do, let's craft a bandage. So bandage is a little stronger. We could also, if we made one more bandage of these, then we could craft a dressing, but then we wouldn't have much to use. So let's just let's equip this right now. So we got 58 health right now. If we use this, 73. So that was what, like 15 points? So a little bit better. It would be a little bit better than this. I think this is around, is it really only? Wow, is it only going to be like 10? I don't know. We'll have to see and we'll have to check and see later. But really, once you get going, all you really use ever is dressings. But I don't want to get in trouble here, so I'm trying to make sure I get a nice range on these guys. And I even step back there when they get a little too close. Don't be afraid to run if you need to, because it's better than dying. Much better than dying. So let's just crouch down here and see if nobody would notice us. Really, these are two runners here, which I don't want to deal with. Also have that, which is good, and another arrow. What do we have here? Some bottoms. Some other gear here. I really want to stay away from this guy until I get my bolts ready. Well, let's just go in this building and see what else we can do instead. Hopefully not make too much noise. We've got too much stuff on us. These are not going to be better. These are not going to be better either. They're rare, but they're better off to be cloth. You can also, if you need medical really bad, and I will show you here, you can also do a splint. Uses 2 metal. It gives you back 10 health. Let's see what it gives us. It's for a broken leg, but you hardly ever need to fix a broken leg. Let's see, 73, 83. Yeah, so it does 10. So it's a good way to get some extra boost there if you get plenty of metal on you, which I'm probably going to have lots of metal from all these guns here. Let's go ahead and salvage. Sometimes they can hear you if you salvage stuff, so you have to be a little careful. I'm not really a fan of using the show field here. I'm just going to salvage them. They're so big and bulky and not really that great a weapon, so I'm just going to salvage it. Which also means I'm just going to drop these because you cannot do anything to be able to collect that ammo better, so we're just kind of stuck with not being able to do anything with it. This is probably just going to bog down my inventory. I'm really not needing these sticks. There's not really a lot you can do with the stick at the beginning. It's more for crafting bigger and badder things. I mean, you look, stick. I can make a plank. 4 of them makes a plank, which is actually a little bit better for me, and I can make some spikes. Not really that helpful to me. But until we can actually make something, until we can get a saw going and some other tools, I'm just going to hang on to it for now. At the beginning, I think I hang on to a lot of things because I'm not sure if I can use it or not. Not always the best option. Without being able to chop down a tree right now, because I don't have any kind of a tool, you know, I'm just going to do it. I don't really need these. I do not need them. They're just sticks that have really no use for me. Well, actually, they do have. Oh, they do have uses for me. Watch what they have uses for. Let's make a nail. So we can make nails from the wood, and then we can make, using sticks, we can make some more arrows. So that actually does really good for us. I don't think I'm going to need more than that because look, my inventory is now full of these. But we can actually have something to do besides a melee without having to deal with all the... I can actually just shoot these guys rather than fight them hand to hand. Shovel just going to be... I think the shovel... Is the shovel wood? I don't need it as a melee weapon. Rotate it there with the R key. Let me put it in... Come on. Pick it up. That'll work too. Salvage. Yeah, salvage, it's a little bit of metal. Not a whole lot. Tell you what, to clear out our inventory a little bit more here also. So let me show you something else you can do. Let's go ahead and equip these seeds. And let's find a place to plant them. Now, these will not grow for a while, but we might be able to grow them in a little bit here. But I could also come back and salvage them without losing them. So it's not like, if I decide I want to go somewhere else, if I'm here for a while and I find a way to grow these, then great, they'll grow. If I don't, then I can come back and collect them and take them on with me. We can also combine these 20 gauge shotgun shells. They will stack into 2, so that's a little bit better. Got some rounds here that we're probably not going to use, but we're going to keep them for now, and we're going to make our inventory a little bit nicer here. This lettuce here is on the verge of something I would or wouldn't eat. It kind of would hurt my wellness, though. So, get my crossbow out here again and see what else we can find. Things do despawn in this game, so you kind of have to pay... Aha, Swiss Army knife. So Swiss Army knife, even though it's not that great here, you can chop a tree down with anything that's a bladed weapon. So it's not an axe, but actually I prefer using it at the beginning of the game because axes are huge and use up a lot of inventory space. So it will actually be a good use for us. Missing space. Okay, so let's just drop these. I know I don't need them. I don't need this fisherman's hat because it doesn't really provide us anything extra that's special. Let's go ahead and craft another rag. I could craft a bedroll, which could be handy, but I'm really not up for it yet. So let's just craft another rag. Another rag. We will craft a bandage and a bandage. Maybe we can stick with bandages from now on. So let's reset this to 3. And I think we're looking pretty good. So I'm going to get ready to cut out right here. So thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you did by giving a thumbs up here on the video. Leave some comments on what you thought. Subscribe for future content if you're not a member of my channel. Favorite also, and I will see you in the next one. Now get on with your pursuit, and hopefully next time we can find a chart here to figure out where we're going, because this is the prime area for it. We'll have to see, though.